Now, one of the things that we try to include each year, a couple of minutes of, a few outtakes anyway, from our K&W Railroad videos that we do for model railroading. Of course, we have the K&W Railroad that was built on Windy Videos, and we've sold the videos of how it was built and how it has been operating now for about 8 years. And we've enjoyed every minute of using it, operating it, and we know how many people in the world of model planes and how many people that buy our videos enjoy a few minutes of watching the K&W run. And this is one of the things that anybody that visits my house, stays with us, gets to run the K&W at least once. It's a whole lot of fun, and it's something we share along with a lot of people, along with model airplanes, motorcycles, real airplanes. There's a lot of things in life, fish, and of course working on our house endlessly.
Hi, my name is Windy Artnowski, and I built the KW Railroad with a little help from my friends Mike Kajeski, Rich Jacobone, and of course my lovely wife Karen. Now on this tape we're going to try to document the building of the benchwork and the beginning of the scenery that will become the first tape of, if there are more than one, of the set for building of the K&W O-gauge model railroad. Shut the heat off, open a window, he's sweating already, it's 20 degrees outside. And we're going to start laying out the wood, looking for the straightest pieces, I guess, to make the beams. First thing we did is establish a level beam on one end, and we're going to work off of this end. Now what we did is we took one of the pieces of wood that's really straight, because we're trying to get this, because of the shape of the room, the odd shape, it's an odd shape. We want to get these to tie into these and everything be perfectly level to start with. We really don't want to put any grades up or down in here until, I like to start with a flat table, as flat as possible. Now the last thing of the day we did here, the little covered nail heads with a material called Aeropoxy Light. It's already dark outside, it's been a long day. This will have to dry overnight, then we'll hit these with a light sanding. Next time we get to work on this, the next step will be to do the edging, the molding, wainscoting, basically all of the things that'll make it a piece of furniture instead of just a table. Tracks themselves. 50 pieces of track today. Come on, out of there. My God. What a mess. Let me bring them out into by the train layout so you can see what I've done. I airbrushed in what would be the rust around the edge of the ties, then cleaned off the top. This is flow quill rust, and it helps, well, it helps make the track look a little bit more realistic. Anyway, once that's down, and once we actually start bending it, I think that's going to look pretty nice. And tomorrow's the big day. Tomorrow we'll be able, assuming Mike's going to have the day off work, we're going to do the wainscoting on this, make the control panel, what will be the control panel, and it's starting to really shape up now. So far it looks pretty easy to work with, and I want it to just lay out like a wedding cake. Maybe I'll get one whole mountain out of this sheet just to see what it looks like. I'm going to carve each layer, just rough it out individually, and then try to take it off of the layout and go outside and do some carving and sanding on it. the first time I've used it. I'm making paper patterns of everything just to save the cuts on the foam as I cut it. I don't want to waste any of this. It's about $9 a sheet for this. Right away is how dusty this stuff is. I tried cutting it with various knives. Finally wound up with using a hobby blade, a number 26 hobby blade. That seems to do the best cut, but I got to constantly be vacuuming up the dust because I'm working in not in an area where I want to have a lot of dust around. But it's going quickly, and I anticipate that soon. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue these 4 pieces together, and then I'm going to kind of do some rough shaping before I make the top. So I'm going to try to make it in 2 separate pieces. See if that's here. Some low spots, some high spots. The road elevated the way a normal road would be with a little drain off area. I just think it's going to be a little more realistic when we're done. And what I did when I made the rocks that comprise our mountain areas, what I did, I just kept using the mold over and over and over again to make a whole box of extra rocks so I can just insert them right in and bring the plaster up to them.
If you want it to fly this again, just put another battery on it, right? That's nice carbon fiber work on there. Nice.
Those are by MS Composite.
Okay.
I just bought them off the internet, $30 for the pair.
For 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
$30.
Yeah, it's a pretty good price. I probably couldn't make them for $30 when you can think of the material and the post-curing and everything.
They have a real good finish.
It's hot, but it's a lot of money, man. That's more than a dirt bike right there.
Nah, it ain't that bad.
He said it's about 6, right? 600?
Yeah, well, I paid $100 for the helicopter from Lebanon Flea Market when I was up there
Okay.
spring a year ago. I was walking out with it and had it under his arm. And I said, "Is that for sale?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "How much?" He says, $100.
What does it cost normally?
Normally, the original price on was like $249. They cut them to $199, and that's what they were selling for up to the point they discontinued them.
Okay.
They were Horizon Hobby, but this was long before they discontinued them.
Oh,
You
okay.
probably paid $199 for it. That included the motor and the speed control, which if you go buy those, that'll cost you $75 to $100 a lot.
So you're getting a helicopter for free?
Helicopter for free. The only thing you got to put on it is three servos here for the collective gyro, which is the most expensive thing. That's about $120.
That's 120, and you got the whole helicopter for 100.
Well, I didn't get all this stuff. I put that on myself.
Oh, okay.
This servo here, so you got 4 servos and the gyro, and I already own the radio and the receiver.
Yeah, that doesn't wear out. Yeah.
So, once you buy the radio and then you buy the receivers, that's the bulk of your money.
Yeah, right.
But it's a sweet flying helicopter. Yeah, it's very good.
It looks pretty cool flying. It actually looks nice.
Here's the gyro right here. Yeah, right here.
Okay, it's time for their entertainment to start. Danny, we've been all waiting, my boy. Billy, this is what you wait for. There's the jet.
I see some fire come out of that.
Danny and the jet. Benny and the jets. Boop, boop. Wait till you see the crowd that comes up here for this jet. You think it was a strip show?
With high-tech air cylinder to start that thing.
Start the jet and they will come.
Just start it. You don't even have to fly it.
You don't even have to start it. Once you
Yes,
start,
sir.
you
You really come through. Thank you very much. Look, I see you got the lights on. You didn't forget.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't forget to turn them on tonight. Yes, sure. Yes, that's correct.
Give him one job.
Give them one. I can't. Come on, I'm really cool.
I've been waiting to see this.
Danny, do you know Billy?
Danny,
Billy-
Bill Sargent.
Bill Sargent?
Sorry, I think
He's the
it's
pro
just- Good to meet you, Bill.
pro motorcycle rider.
Whoa.
He'll teach you how to ride in a half an hour.
No, we won't.
He has a jet engine bike.
Hey, Danny, now this was a kit in the 50s,
Yeah, 1958 approximately.
58.
You need one for your museum, right, John?
I have one, believe it or not. I have a couple I was going to show you. That you don't
All right.
And I know you collect, look at them. You collect all them.
Oh, yeah. All of a sudden, you're his best friend, huh? Let's go out to dinner, huh? I heard that before.
Actually, a guy in our I knew he had an F-94 Starfighter or something, and I actually passed up on it.
Oh, really?
Because this thing's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Because the kit's awful. It's just not well designed.
What kind of engine do you use back there?
OS.
Just a regular.
Yeah, OS, but it's a little smaller than the regular OS Pulse Jet, the big one in the big Dynajet.
Okay. And that's a
Yeah.
regular jet in that?
Yeah, it's a Pulse Jet. You know, like a V1 buzz bomb?
Yeah.
From World. Okay. There's no rotating parts in this at all.
Just a reed.
Yeah, all you got is a reed in there that looks like a flower petal. And when you start pumping air in the front, it blows the reeds open, sucks in a little fuel with it. There's a metering jet up front, and it goes through a needle valve. Once it hits the combustion chamber where the spark box is running the spark plug continuously, it blows up, goes out the back, pulls the reeds open again, draws more fuel and air, so it's a pulse, and it's on this one about every 300 times a second.
300 times a second.
Yeah, it's working. The Dynajets run around 220. The bigger ones look almost like the small half-A's versus a big engine. They run higher, like RPM.
Yeah.
But yeah, 300 times a second she's firing out there. And then I run on 80% methanol, 20% propylene oxide. Found as a nice mix.
I run my minivan on that. I found it gets better mileage that way. Yeah. About 1 tank full per tank.
Yeah. Oh, these things are fun.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, when it doesn't burn, this is great.
It doesn't catch on fire. But doesn't catch on fire.
Oh, it has.
But I'm waiting for the stunting Dynajet. Then I know you've arrived. Then you're in it. You get in a Brodak museum.
When are you gonna buy a real one?
I have one.
You got a real one?
Oh, yeah.
With all the connections and everything in it?
Oh, you mean a
RC.
turbine?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about
RC
it
guys
because they advertise the turbine. It weighs 7 ounces, puts out 3 pounds of thrust. I'm like, that's better than a Fox 35. It's the same weight, and
Yeah.
now I don't know what the price is on that, but
$2 grand.
Billy wants to be your lunch boy.
No, I can't.
I know.
I can't.
Right, Danny? 300 times a second?
300 times a second this thing is cycling.
Now,
That's only 18,000 RPM. That's really nothing.
Now I'm going to tell you the really unbelievable part.
okay.
Because this is the weird part. When Wilkie told me this, it took me a long time to actually start believing him. A lot of the air comes up the tailpipe.
A tailpipe. How the hell can you do that going forward?
It's not just in the intake. When the charge goes out, that negative pressure sucks it back. If you don't have the end of the tailpipe curled out a little bit, she won't run.
Oh, really? It's got to be.
Well, he
belted.
told me that, and I'm like, no. But I don't know. He explained it in a way I kind of understood.
You think he might know more than us?
Well, Bob Wilkie knows a good bit about jets, but not dollies.
Okay.
Because the last time I flew his jet, his dolly attacked me. The left wheel wouldn't turn, man, and it took.
My wife has a lot of dollies. They don't attack me, though.
come right across the circle.
Oh, geez. Oh, man.
Son, we're about to be lit up.
We just came from the drag race, so couldn't be no more loud than that.
Yes, at Brodak, the entertainment never ends. It may be getting dark, nightfall is showing, but does the action stop? Not a bit.
That one kind of works.
Why does that one work?
You know how to fly a helicopter, Dan?
No.
It's pretty cool. They're gonna bring the sim out tomorrow.
We're going to give
They're gonna train me how to fly a helicopter. Watch out. Anybody need a haircut?
This is
Usually when a
this is
helicopter
big boy's toy here.
It's not like Ted's helicopter where it just kept going.
Yeah, Ted just kept spinning the other direction.
Hey, that's got the new weights on it, Ken.
A crowd's starting to gather for the annual Danny Banjock Jet Show. Now we got some other people pulling away all the Danny Show.
Whoa! Stripes.
Who needs Banjock when we got sheetrock? Man, I didn't use that much sheetrock in my garage.
Okay.
Wait a banjo. Where's Billy? Hey, Billy! The P-38's here.
The P-38's here.
We're ready to go.
This is not the same one, the green one? Is this the green one that you refinished?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Guy gave it to you somehow, or
Yeah, he gave it to me, and
you put new motor on it? Needed a motor?
yeah, the outboard's new.
Cool. We could fire Banjock now. We got the crowd here.
Nice single malt, will that speed it up? Much slower. Give it a nice green glow out the back or something?
How fast is alcohol?
Who needs the jet when you got the P30? What do you think of that?
Well, that's actually alcohol. It's methyl alcohol.
That's Billy's favorite plane.
Well, yeah, but the scotch might smell better. Yeah.
Give it a little extra boost.
And you don't mind blowing up, you know.
There's
Never ends, does it?
there's a drawing one.
See my eyelets on my.
What kind of outlets you got?
They're fishing line.
Oh, what is that for? Oh, you got to hook up the throttles, right?
Yeah, so my signals, in case they chafe, they don't. The signals,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
signals
yeah.
don't jump off my line connectors. Because I have a metal bell crank in here, so.
Oh, okay.
Got too much pressure.
I don't know. So this is too high tech for me. I use infrared. Then it works so good they changed the rules.
It's like those, sketches and ideas, and I'm like, oh my God, I hope nobody.
Well, this is all Billy
I'm
on
wondering why you didn't try.
That's the ones like the scale guys use. Now you're gonna fly this in fun scale, right? There can't be much more fun than this.
It's my first attempt, so I'm going to go for it.
If this defines the fun scale event,
Oh yeah.
Oh, nerve-wracking.
yeah, it's gotta be fun. It's a twin. The only thing gets more attention around here than a twin is Danny's jet. So we could just steal his igniter and then Danny's out of business.
We're doing that thing to see if the soda.
Look at the sunset. We're waiting for the sunset. Red skies at night or a Brodak delight. Yeah. Pampa stunt tomorrow. You can bet the weather will be challenging at best. How long do you think Palco's been a Mouseketeer? M-I-C-K-U-I-P-A-L-C-O-E.
I'll bet you
Hey, Bullwinkle, where's the toilet paper? You need a crew here.
Oh, there's Aunt Belly's here.
All right, Bob, make it happen.
Brake works. All right, brake's good. Okay.
I met a few going, hey, just what are those?
Let your lines out.
Yep. Tell my friends about your pizza.
Lord hates a coward, right?
Yeah, that's sort of been told.
Never fly dust.
How do you know when a pizza's starting to get too old? Oh, when it's making a little tingly.
You're fueled?
Not topped up.
See, the other day I bought a brand new sandwich. And I ate it just a couple hours after I got like less than
You can't pick it up with one hand.
It's too heavy.
Somebody give him a hand.
Watch that line.
Yeah, okay, we'll get it out.
Some guy in a hobby shop gave it to him a couple years ago. It was green. It was camo, and then he refinished it.
See, I done painted, you know. Old food, no problem.
Always let the other guy fly first.
The other guy fly first. Be the cleanup act.
That's you always want to be the guy. Let them get on base, and you hit the home run.
Yep. Hey, Mike.
I've been flying over the shore.
2.5 years it's been to this point.
It's worth it. Look at the crowd you got. Zelda the stripper doesn't get this many people up here.
Who?
Zelda the stripper. The Ukrainian stripper. You got over 100 people up here.
Pressure's on.
Look at that sunset. Oh my God. Back in the USSR.
There was 30 guys pulling their lunch.
slow it down, and then initially plop it on someone that ain't got
I said,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's not pretty, but it's down.
And idle.
Now would I just hold it right here? At a good place?
No, it's got a button on the side.
What I want you to do is, as soon as they start both engines, come down to idle.
Hit my pocket. It's comes out to my pocket pretty good.
Well, they'll probably start it idle, right?
Is this switched on here?
Black. No. You need to reach up underneath the wing.
I don't know where it is. No. You do. Anybody leave an exciter?
Hey!
Bring it around with and put the brake on, Henry, without going down to full idle. Yeah. Put the brakes on. All right. Take off. Take off again. Hey, bring it down, Henry. Stop in front of us and cut the engines, okay?
I mean, even with the half-inch wind, they're incredible. All right.
Hey! Woo!
Hey, Henry. I didn't know where it was. My pleasure. Can you turn your running lights off from the handle, or? Crash. I finally found it.
Sean and I really mastered some hand-based stuff, Dennis. We really
How you doing? Beautiful. I heard you got a good.
Oh, really? Everybody stand behind the jet for maximum effect, thrust effect.
Oh yeah, it's true. I was born at night, just not the last.
Smell the barbecue. I'll take care of this parts.
Now we are going to see a loop, right, Danny?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'll be doing a loop if it works.
This is the first time you've flown it
Since the crash, yeah.
What crash? I don't know your crash.
Yeah.
One of the lines broke.
Oh, I don't want to do that. And this runs off the monofuel as well?
No, propylene oxide and 80 alk and 20 prop. Yeah. Yeah. When you hear this run, you'll want one.
It'll only take us a week to build.
What John DeTavio did one day, they went to a duck blind. They had one of these motors on an ironing board. The guys were hunting in a duck blind. They started it up and let it go across the lake.
No way.
The guys jumped out of the duck blind into the water.
Did you see the 38 fly? Yeah. Oh.
You saw the P-38 fly, huh? Was that cool?
That was
Brakes,
really
lights?
cool.
Yeah, nice.
I love the sound of it.
Yeah, those are 4-cycle engines. They sound nice.
Just sounded good.
Oh, you see the way they touch them down. Yeah. First year flew carriers.
We had to give up Dairy Queen to see this fly, so it better be good.
I'm fine with giving up there.
We're going.
They're closed when you're done here. By the time this is done, they'll be closed.
That's fine.
This will be worth it, though. Trust me. Melinda will be impressed.
Okay.
You want to be able to hear the engine.
Stand back, George. You better get out of the way. It's on fire. It's on fire. Still on fire. Still on fire.
Okay, good. Now it's still going. Yep. Bob, can you turn the light out?
This is like a real rocket.
It is a real rocket. It's not like a rocket. It
It
is.
is. It's like a miniature.
Plus, when they had Dave Midgley launching it, they didn't tell him you can't ground out the coil. He was over there getting 30,000 volts every time they hit the button.
See the hole in the back?
One, two, can you smell it? Three, that's propylene oxide. About 15 laps. 10. record. 7:16. Oh. Way!
No grass fire yet.
How do you feel, Dan? We want to know.
She was rocking, man. Yeah.
Go, Danny!
Beautiful job, man. Yeah. There you go, Dan. She was on, man. Yeah, that was wrapped.
Thanks, isn't it?
Is that worth staying to see?
Absolutely.
Cool, huh?
Absolutely.
Very cool.
1958. I mean, the kid is, I built it not too long ago.
When was the kit? In 1958 it was built, right?
Yeah.
1958.
And Brodak's got an extra one that isn't even put together.
Everything works.
Oh yeah, he's even getting a routine one this year. She was just stuttering, Mike. She was making the power, the pulls there. Yeah.
That might have been the best show yet. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is any reeds left in it?
Yeah, that didn't blow a reed shutting down, so we're all right. Yeah, if it blows a reed, you'll hear it pitch up. No, it goes whoop. Yeah, you used to think I was leaning out, but that's blowing pedals out the back of the engine. Shrapnel. Oh, thanks all for coming out.
You're not gonna do it again? Flame out the back here.
Well, you're not going to do it again, Dan?
Yeah, tomorrow. I don't know.
Boy, that is nice. Those are baskets similar to yours.
No, I don't think so. I think that's just
They're different?
It's just a regular hanging basket, but it's
Look at this guy. He did some landscaping here. That's nice. Anyway, it's supposed to be a variable day and rain all afternoon today, which we hope they get the first round of expert in, of course. Pampa classes today, but the sky is already clouding up. But it's been variable, so as well as the clouds come in, the clouds go out, and whatever it is, it is. Last year, the second round got rained out, but we got with the first round in. Well, that's what we're. Ooh, there's a nice big house up on the hill there. Wow. Beautiful area here. When you're here for any length of time, the first thing you notice is how lush and how green and everything is rolling hills. It's really a nice area. A great area if you have a touring bike. Really nice. Or if you like to fly model planes, which we do. Got a little bit of fog this morning in the valley. On the way to Carmichael's, a little bit of fog. As we're getting to Carmichael's, it's getting foggier and foggier. A great day to take bomber photos here as the bombers go in and out of the fog. Fog, it's getting foggier and foggier the closer we get to Carmichael's here. Everything's fogged over here. It's foggy. Air's starting off foggy and dead. And we're headed out to the pilot meeting, which already started.
Gives you another hour to fly in the evening before we start tomorrow. So that's kind of an idea that we have. I think that can work out. The only thing that'll put the kibosh on that is if we have bad weather. But again, if it has to, this may be a one-round contest. We don't want it to be. But anyway, get on your circle, do your thing, help each other out, be friendly, meet somebody you haven't met before, talk to them, and have a good time. Anything else?
Hey, everyone. Morning. I noticed that the judging has been very good. Excellent. You'll notice that some of the top scores are only separated by 3, 4, 5 points. You've got to earn those points. You only got 14 maneuvers plus takeoff and landing. Since when has a round 8 been 2 eggs? That's against you. Square 8s, top and bottom, are not longer than the 2 vertical sides. Other than that, it's a rectangular 8. The overhead circle on the vertical 8, since when is it bigger than the bottom circle and sitting off to the side like a cocked hat?
Oh, yes. We have a set of one GMC key. So talk with David over here if you find a key over in that area. he needs that key. So anyway, fly safe, have a great time, be friends with each other. Let's do it to it. Boogity, boogity, boogity.
It looks like the poor son is trying to break out here. Come on, son, you can do it. You can do it. Fog. First up is a Don the Herderman from the Mafia. He's a Richard Jacoboni, who's a second friend. Richard is somewhere in the bathroom or somewhere. We don't find the Jacoboni.
We'll wake you up,
I don't know where he is, but we can't figure it out.
That's what I say. He and who else helped you?
Pete Klefsky.
Yeah.
And there was one other guy that I never met before.
So this is good for Don. He gets the last flight tomorrow.
Is that what we do? Just reverse this?
Reverse it, yeah.
Reverse the
First up, first expert Pampa is Don Herdman. In the fog. I'm about in the middle of the pack. Kent's down near the bottom. And of course tomorrow the order reverses, so I stay in the middle no matter what. Trying to get, there's no way we know. The air is stone dead. Let's see if we can keep the camera on the models. Next up after Don is one guy scratched already, is going to be our own Mr. Jacobone.
Next up, Rich Jacobone, our own Rich Jacobone.
Quite a bit, yeah. Where you gonna fly, Rich, you know? Down that way?
Nowhere at all. Nowhere at all. Now Rich is going to check out the fence posts because last year he had a little accident. This is like rubbing it in, right? Now we'll hit the tree. You imagine if he did it 2 years in a row?
Well, I'll tell you, I wouldn't want to be standing near him.
Oh no. Okay, he's happy. He's got his clearances figured out. Last year, that little accident, that minor little repair. They changed the rules just for you. They moved the axis of the earth. When the moon hits your eye, just like a big pizza pie, it's Jacobone. Jacobone.
We're on the clock. Life is good that way.
Oh yeah. Smell the shoe polish again.
Show me the sunshine, man.
This is the sunshine. They don't call Pennsylvania the Sunshine State for nothing.
This is what is it? Tower Shot SX10 Canon.
Okay, we were pitting for Rich, so we missed some of Dennis Adamison's flight. And then after this will be Cena. And after Cena will be Rich's second attempt. He had a dead battery. Dennis Adamison with the electric. Got a couple flights on that earlier in the week. Sorry we missed part of his flight, but we're running around. It's starting today. Will be chicken with the head cut off time. Doing a lot of development work with electric, as is Mikey Palco. And several other people, of course, all on the bandwagon. The fella in Germany, and I never can remember, E. Bergman, a burger. A lot of electric development still to be done, still going on. And it's added a nice dimension to our sport, that's for sure. Now somehow they got the order reversed, and Cena's not flying, but Joe Adamusco is. They've really had a problem with getting the order right here, because a lot of people didn't show up on time, looking at the fog, thought maybe it'd be postponed or whatever. Not sure why. Joe Adamusco. Wallbridge, we wish you were here with your Spitfire, maybe next year. Would have been a great, I would have brought my Spitfire if he had his. A great Spitfire reunion.
Tell Buddy to wait till after you.
Okay.
I don't want to make you guys mad.
Joe Adamusco with the Spitfire 90. And we were there, of course, for the first flights of the plane when Joe brought it out this year. Beautiful, beautiful plane. So Walbridge, we wish you were here. We wish you could have made it this year. We're all thinking about you. As the fog over England rolls in on the white cliffs of Dover here. Last year's plane, yeah. He didn't have it done last year. I don't think he had it buffed out. He had some issues that he had to resolve and didn't get it done in time for the fly-in. Turns like yours. Looks like yours.
Well, he designed it.
Okay.
I did the body, he did the wing. I think Dave Downey had a lot to do with it, with the airfoil. Yeah, Rojet. The Row 90.
Pull me all over the place.
That's Big Pussycat.
Damn, you pulled me over while I was watching.
Well, it's a 16-inch prop. Not everybody here is using a 16.5.
Not everybody, but then everybody's not Joe's size either. That Penn State linebacker size. Yeah, nice. Joe Adamusco, probably the biggest Pittsburgh Steelers fan on the field. All right, Joey! Okay, Rich is all set to go. Pretty much still stone dead air. The air is starting to drift. You're going to look at the engine smoke. The air is starting to drift 180 degrees from where it was for Joe's flight. But I don't think it's a factor at all. Look at the smoke here. Holy mackerel. Oh! So Rich broke the gear blocks. I'm not sure. We got to look back at that footage and see why. He might have hit something in the end of the runway. I'm not sure. The grass has just been mowed, so we'll find out. And Kent's going to be looking at it. I think it's just the gear blocks that are broken. Okay, the way the flight order is going to work out now, and it's still really foggy. Dead air. It's going to be Dick Carvel, Archie Adamison, myself, and then there's 3 or 4 flyers that haven't shown up yet, that they're after me. We don't know how they're going to arrange that order. There's a few drops of rain falling already, but so far everybody's getting in a flight. Rick Carvel, we're going to try to set the camera. We're going to try to record our own flight, but the way things are working out here, it's not as predictable as we hoped it would be. Well, after that thunder, it's mandatory that they cancel this round, or partially cancel it. And what we're going to do is clean up all our equipment, everything, the toolbox, the plane, all got wet because we were the next one to fly. Not the most convenient situation in the world. And then we're going to head up to John's shop and help Rich fix his plane, which I don't know how serious it is, but everything in life is a challenge here, and it's predicted to rain the rest of the day, so we're just trying to make a contingency plan. Then we're going to head up to the, well, in fact, we're going to head up momentarily here. We just got to gather up tapes and batteries and defibrillator and everything else. Okay, so the first thing we got to do, what's happened, I want to explain so people know. Rich had a little accident taking off, and it's the block inside that's busted. So the choices are, we're going to cut this block out so we don't scar the plane. This is just a little dent. Then glue that bottom block in, and then come back up and glue this, put this back. So the first thing we need is some brand new blades. You really got to do one first, and we're probably going to have to make a new part. But there's got to be plywood in here and a little gear block or something. Luckily, the hobby shop's open today.
Just opened. I just opened it. I cleaned it out.
Okay, so we'll go on and...
You have to buy everything from me now.
Bernie, see if you could round up some 5-minute epoxy somewhere. Somewhere in the shop, there's got to be 5 minutes. That one may be broken.
Actually, it's solid.
It's
here.
That's a rip there.
Yeah, but it's what I'm saying. It's still solid, but it's broke away down here.
So we resolved why it broke. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, this wire should be attached to another block up here. This wire should be longer. When you make this wire short, you get retracts.
Unless you load it down with a lot, it's going to be weaker until you get in there and put your false rib or something in there to help hold it. Because all you're going to do is put a block on the sheeting. So that's going to put a lot of stress on the sheeting because there's no material here for you to get to. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, you see the Fox valve just for the Fox crankshaft.
So Richard's going to come down, go to Hobby Shop, try to get some stainless steel tubing, but we're basically, we've got to repair this, and we've got to get a block on the other side of the wing to do this right.
You know what it could have been.
And I think that will take care of that solid 3 pieces. And then put the wing right straight in there.
Yeah, we're waiting to Rich to get back from the Hobby Shop.
The front end needs to be all cowled in now, and I'm in that phase. So, and then when I get that done, I'll start worrying really about the weight distribution.
What do you aim to weight?
My goal right now is my wing right now, as it stands, is about. Yeah, well, I'm going to carbon finish the entire carbon filter. And I've talked to a few people who have done that and said they do reduce weight, but they do reduce weight, and they do reduce thinking. You're saying painting the liquid epoxy.
Your miniature. A lot of these guys don't have their miniature. Okay. But for the hollow log, the Cafe Musiano, I built a bullet and I painted it up just like this. I got a. No, you don't really need it. I just made them just to scare other people that didn't have it. But no, I got a miniature of this one too, though. I got a half day of that. I quit going to the Musiano in Kalamazoo. It's the same day as always the Canadian Nats or the Ontario Zone or something serious.
Rings of God, we call that word, tree right now. And the ring weighs more than we may be close.
I'm not going to miss a book. That's something I'm already trying. But all this
But I'm not going to do these things more.
But now, like they say, if you haven't used throttle as an option, you don't really need to shut off the engine. So I'll make it so you can't shut off the engine. If you use a fuel shut off as an option.
I wasn't going to have much flat.
Oh, yeah.
And events 1, 2, or 3. Go ahead and get your
John
picture
Misk.
taken right now.
Have Billy and Melinda sign it too. Okay, the rain is over, almost over. I had the first flight, but the wind was as hawky as crazy can be. Trees are blowing in all different directions now as opposed to this morning when it was dead calm. So it's changed the whole complexity of the contest. I did not get, because it was still raining when I flew, I didn't want to get the camera wet. But we are set up to get Kent's flight. Rich's repair is partially done. He's got the material, but we're going to go out to eat once Kent gets a flight, because they're predicting 1 hour before the big storm gets here. We'll find out. More rain is due here.
Open that drag bag up so they get that airplane in there.
And believe it or not, it looks like the sun's even coming out here. They told us the next part of the rain was coming through in an hour, hour and a half, and looks like the sun's coming out. Maybe we're gonna catch a break here. Get the rest of this round in anyway. Kent Tyser, round one expert. Friday morning with some variable air. It's been bumpy, then not bumpy, then smooth, then the sun's come out. Don't land on the tar. Don't land on, oh my God. All right, Kent! Woo! I love show-offs. We have the same DNA. I guess they're flying back. A couple guys were going out to scale event too.
A job like that.
Sure you could.
I don't have the patience for it.
You just need to be young.
Young like me. What Mike?
I can't do that
Now
stuff.
Danny's left, Mikey Palco, Keith Trussell, and I think Roy has still got the, yeah, Roy's plane is up here. They're getting ready. George Waters' first flight in advance. Oh, you can't turn it over? They got a flood in the right engine. Bomber dually, baby. Bring back a lot of good memories, Rich.
Yeah.
Launching that bomber with those oily shoes. Now they got
a rubber suit.
They got Benedetti rubber suited up.
When are we going to work on my plane?
After lunch.
After lunch. It's 12 o'clock now.
The girls said they want to go at 1. So what do you got? There's the girls. See if they want to go now instead of 1 o'clock. They're right there. They're right there. We can go now if you want. They got to eat, and then we got the rest of the day to fool with your plane. Either way, you're not going to get a flight today. It won't matter.
Hey, Rich. Is Johnny D here?
He was. I don't know where he is now.
I saw him eating
I haven't
breakfast.
seen him all day. He was here this morning. I don't know what happened. Does he intend to fly, do you know? I have no idea. You have no idea. I got you. He marches to a different drummer. What's this laying on the ground? What's this body on the ground here?
The man will pay any price to get a shot of his own bomber dually.
Lying on wet grass.
I remember.
Lying on...
Bomber dually
Then he's going to complain about aches and pains.
gets the shot.
I've been good.
He always gets the shot.
Lying on wet grass.
He always gets the shot.
Listen,
What time you want to go eat?
right now.
Okay, well,
You know
Rich will be in
something?
favor of that.
I remember a guy laying on the ground like that right in front of Wendy's plane, and I threw him to hell out of the pit. And he said, "Do you know who I am?" And I said, "I don't give a goddamn who you are. You're out of here." He could have reached over just like that. He was one of the professional cameramen, you know, for the thing. And I threw him the hell out of the pit.
Woody, I'm a professional cameraman.
yeah,
What
but
the,
you know
what the
you
hell
like
are you talking to?
Yeah, but he was in front of your airplane, and I'd be goddamn if I
Oh,
let
yeah,
him.
yeah,
Remember
yeah.
the Nationals? No way. Get out of here.
Yeah. Once you're in the top 5, stay away from the plane.
You better believe it.
Exactly. Keep away, chickie. All right, George, let's get the show, the George Waters Show, going.
That airplane's a beautiful tribute to Chickabelly.
Is that nice?
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's
Wasn't
nice.
he something, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that thing was something.
If you only knew.
Oh, yeah.
If you only knew.
Oh, I saw him enough to know that he was...
Oh, he was, I pooped on you enough.
Where's your electric starter?
Look at this. You go for lunch, and it gets beautiful. Look at this. Sunny skies. Meanwhile, I could be practicing the Beat Brett book. What am I doing? Repairing somebody who was flying into the woods, flying into the grass. I don't know. I don't know, Rich.
I don't know.
Oh, I got to take one quick look at John's restored car. See how he's taking care of it. Maybe he should give it to me so I'd take better care of it. This is the one Bob Brookins did the paint work on. Beautiful paint. Boy, that's nice. That's nice. That's a classic.
Yeah, you did a nice job, bro.
Yeah, even the interior back here. Oh boy, reminds you of a day when men were men and women were men. Nice, huh, Rich?
Yeah, it is.
Is that as nice as your the Pontiac? Your Pontiac's all polished up like that, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, let's go to work. Talk is cheap. Let's get a crew together.
I would not leave my car out.
Oh, they're gambling. I knew it. I knew it. All these scale guys. We're gonna have to sneak by here, man. I'm not in this event. I don't want to be a scale guy.
Okay.
Okay. How you feeling, Bob? You want me to shut the door? You want me to shut the door, John?
No, that's good.
Okay. We may have some cursing.
So John,
cut it this way here.
I don't want to take it all off. I just want to do this one corner so John can sign it for me, John Brodak.
Oh.
This was the first one off the production line.
Well, he sold that to me.
Oh.
Bob's United kit.
I'll just go get another one.
If you like a United kit, well, I could sign his name. So what we did, we made up little gear blocks that are going to go on the top, and we're going to extend the wire with little pieces of copper wire. That's the plan anyway, while Rich cuts that out. And believe it or not, it cleared up. It's a beautiful day, so we want to finish this up so Rich can get a flight in here. Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out. One block almost finished, one ready to go in. And we're just moving right along. This will fly today. It looks better without the decals.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're all peeling up and
They're all
everything anyway.
curdling up.
Look at this. It's not good. All right, you want to take that leg out and block sand that and harden it with the CA if you can. And I know we'll do the same thing to this one. Yeah, we're coming up on the end of this repair. Just get it almost flush, and then put some thin CA on it, because that thin CA, don't get any in the blind nuts, of course. That thin, put the bolts in fact, before you do it. Put a little oil on the bolts. You know what I mean? If the thin CA gets in there, then we're going to have to rip them out again. All right.
Anybody have a spot of super glue I can borrow?
Got it right here.
Right here. Right there.
Oh, I got to get this on video. Oh my God, look at this guy. He's signing 3 times bigger than anybody else.
Right on the dimple, too.
Oh my God.
That's the best place in the world.
I'm a quality guy.
Jersey boys.
I'm a quality guy.
Jersey boys. Jealous. I gotta drill that out.
Sorry, that one's reserved.
Is that the right size prop for the Road Jet 40?
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
All right, that's good.
Bring another one?
I did a
So it won't bleed when you wash it?
I made a speed prop out of a stunt prop.
Snooker man.
Just pass it around.
There you go. Oh,
So it won't bleed when you wash it?
Oh, I don't think she wants my
Not Sharpie. Any. Yeah,
Where's he
come on.
keep it? Where's he keep his drills?
When you drill this out, the small one, go one little bit at a time. Otherwise, it's going to split the prop.
It's going to what?
It's going to catch. These are sharp drills. These are not like my machine shop drills. These are going to cut, grab in the wood and split the prop and knock a chunk out of the back.
Really?
So go a little bit bigger, 2 or 3 times.
So what size? This is a 1/4 inch, right?
That's 1/4 inch. So go. Yeah, go. Okay, go 2 sizes at a time until it's big enough. Let's see that. Yeah, go with that one. There you go. And then balance it when you're done.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Because you might have moved the whole offset a couple thousands. Okay? You know what I really like, Bernie?
If you'd go out and get all the mud and hay off the bottom of my car right now.
How did you manage? I don't know how you get up that hill. How'd you get up that hill?
I was the only wind star that made it up the hill, huh?
No. I'm talking about where you were flying this morning.
But everybody else couldn't make it except me. You notice that? It's my NASCAR driving skills.
That's why he gave you that project. I know. He said, here, do 2 of them.
We're closing in on. Have you ever tried to drill a prop out with one big drill, and right here it takes a big, and it goes to prop, and then you find out that's the last one on the
You don't
planet?
see that? It's behind a washer, man.
Yeah, you do, and a blade comes off and takes your nose off.
Did you see this prop he picked?
I know.
Did you look close at that?
I know.
That's hardly taking.
He's been my father for so long.
Look at.
Trust me.
I get no respect. What can I tell you?
You get what you deserve, John. Don't cut your finger off.
Oh man, that's looking good. Yeah, we'll map that on a 2,000 horsepower engine.
And when you're done, I want this drill press lickety-split clean.
All right.
Or John Brodak's gonna let the air out of your tires.
All right. That's how.
How's this coming?
All right. Next. All right. Next victim.
See, if this was my plane, you know the Novanta, what I did to cure this problem? When we broke it apart, I glued the gear in.
The difference between, there must be something to turn on
No, see what it is, John? You sweep it in that corner. See how high-tech John is? That vacuums it up. Yeah, just check it out. This is a cool invention. For all you guys who don't like dustpans, sure. Now hit the shop vac.
That's the shop vac.
Well, let's trace the wire back.
What's this here? Is this it?
Hit it. That's it.
It's sucking up.
You gotta shut the other tool
Gotta
door.
close the gate.
Shut the gates and open that gate.
Ah man.
Where's the gate to this tool?
I think it's
No, that's to this tool here. We want to go to the floor. That gate goes out, goes out, goes out, goes out, goes up, goes up, goes up, goes up. Let's see where there's no gate. Okay. So much for what we know.
It's working, but not good for sure.
Yeah. It just doesn't have a big enough.
You must have a gate there somewhere. No, that's it. That's it?
No gate.
Okay, good. No
Yeah,
gate.
just clean it up.
All right, very good.
You got the prop, you balance it?
Yeah, I got the balance in the car. Go on,
Take
balance
that
it.
tag off.
Yeah, I got to take both tags off.
There, pull them off with your fingernail.
John Brodak countertop. When I go to Oklahoma, let's see, Kansas sucks and Texas blows.
One down, one to go.
Get it whipping in the wind.
Well, the screw will get rid of the glue, just go in and out 4 times.
I should use a metal screw,
Use a steel screw if you want, I'll put a point on it.
because this one is a little...
Yeah, you're gonna pull the threads right off it.
And here, and start doing figure eights, and then you can do vertical eights, but it never come off.
Maybe we can get Rich Walbridge involved in this. Rich, what do you think of that?
Yeah.
Just like electric. Yeah. You know, guys, oh, I don't know how I can't hear that. You know, I'm gonna christen a brand new football field. It costs $1.5 million from electric control. And I'm gonna be able to.
This was John and Buzz's Christmas card to us. And I guess other people from the inside of the Spruce Goose. Right now, very memorable trip to Washington. We all went down to Washington together. See the sights, see the monuments.
Shit happens.
It was a very nice vacation.
5,000, no.